welcome to News Showcase. Merry Christmas to all our viewers. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Colorful Christmas programs and religious events were held across Tamil Nadu on a grand scale to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Thousands of Christians assembled at the Catholic Church in Velankanni to listen to a special Holy Mass to mark the day. The shrine on Tamil Nadu's east coast is one of the most revered and draws believers from around the world throughout the year. The entire town was decked up with all roads leading to the church, decorated with colored lights and decorations. Churches, both big and small across the state, held Mass and other celebrations at midnight on Sunday to celebrate Christmas. Tamil Nadu is home to some of the biggest and famous churches in India. Leaders and politicians have offered their greetings to the people on Christmas Day. In his message on social media, Prime Minister Narendra Modi wished peace and prosperity for all. His message also said, "Harmony and compassion symbolizes Christmas, and everyone should work towards happiness." In the message, he also recalled the teachings of Jesus Christ. President Droupadi Murmu, in her wishes, said, "The message of Christmas is to serve mankind selflessly for a peaceful and better society." Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, in his Christmas message, said his government embraced people of all faiths and emphasized on the welfare measures announced for the Christian population in the state. It also pointed out the increase in grants for Christians undertaking pilgrimage to holy sites. The Himalayan state of Himachal Pradesh is overwhelmed by tourists who have come to celebrate Christmas and the New Year. The visitors have brought cheer to the tourism industry, which was crippled by flooding in the region in July. Reports said more than 1 lakh visitors have filled the state's popular scenic sites. Among the attractions is the new 9-kilometer-long Atal Tunnel, which runs under the Rohtang Pass. Reports said around 65,000 tourists in 12,000 vehicles took the tunnel on Christmas Eve, which is said to be the world's longest, built at a height of 10,000 feet. Reports also said the police has made special arrangements to manage the heavy traffic, which was expected to surge further on New Year's Eve. Bethlehem, the place where Jesus Christ was born, in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, was completely deserted on Christmas Day. The fighting between Israel and Hamas in Gaza Strip has scared away all tourists and visitors from the town, which is usually a busy place during Christmas. Hotels, restaurants, and owners of souvenir shops said business was down as there are no guests. Bethlehem is heavily reliant for income from visitors around the world who come to see the Church of the Nativity, built on the site where Christians believe Jesus Christ was born. West Bank, where Bethlehem is located, is ruled by the Palestinian Authority, while Gaza is ruled by Hamas. A giant image of a Santa Claus made in sand has attracted a lot of spectators on a beach in Puri in Odisha state. Sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik is well known for his artwork using sand, and visitors to the beach are not new to his greatly admired work. The sculptor had used about 2 tons of onions to create what is said to be the world's largest Santa Claus, which is 100 feet tall. On important occasions and festivals, Patnaik creates sand images on the Puri beach, which is a big draw among tourists and locals. He also holds the Guinness World Record for creating the world's largest sand castle on the beach. The Indian government has said the number of active COVID-19 cases in India crossed the 4,000 mark today. Cases of JN1 variant have been surging in the past weeks across the country, and the latest death linked to it was reported in the state of Kerala, where it first emerged. Some active cases have been reported in Tamil Nadu as well, and Maharashtra reported 9 cases on Sunday. Medical experts warned people not to treat the infection as a common cold, as it might have serious after effects. Federal authorities have said there was no need for concern in the wake of the surge, and the World Health Organization has said existing COVID-19 vaccines can resist the new variant. A transgender person has been sent to judicial custody for killing a young woman in a gruesome case in Chennai. Police swooped on him shortly after he went missing. Reports said Vetri Maran, who had a sex change surgery, killed 26-year-old Nandini after she refused to marry him. The pair were childhood friends and classmates in a school in Madurai and went on to work in Chennai. Reports said the suspect lured the woman on her birthday to a deserted area near Kelambakam before setting her on fire. According to reports, passers-by who tried to help her called the police to the scene. Officers said the suspect did not show any remorse during interrogation. Heavy fog in Delhi hit air transport as well as other routine activities after visibility dropped to less than 100 meters. Reports said In some parts of the city, visibility was zero. The weather office said the temperature dropped and hovered around 9 degrees. The air quality in the city also remained in the very poor category for several days in a row. Homeless people were seen scrambling for night shelters in Delhi as the cold intensified. Reports said flight operations were also hit at airports in southern India. A commercial aircraft in Bengaluru turned around minutes after it took off for Hyderabad. Private carrier Vistara said it diverted 2 of its flights away from Hyderabad due to unfavorable weather conditions. The railway station in Ayodhya town has been given a completely new look ahead of the inauguration of the Ram temple in the town next month. Almost everything is new, the passenger platforms with artwork related to Hindu god Ram on the walls. The escalators, lifts and signboards have also been refitted. Reports said Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the station next week before the consecration of the temple on January 22nd, which is expected to be on a grand scale. The unveiling of the temple comes just months before India will vote in general. A court in France has ruled an aircraft with 300 Indians, which was detained on Saturday, can leave the country, but there was no word on where the plane would go next. France grounded the plane in the east of the country during a technical stopover to investigate suspected human trafficking. The Airbus A340 aircraft belonging to Romanian charter company Legend Airlines was flying from the United Arab Emirates to Nicaragua. Earlier reports said 2 men were detained, and the prosecutor in Paris said some of the passengers were victims of human trafficking. Reports said they were probably on their way to Central America to enter the US illegally. Indian consular officials reached the scene to investigate the case. Border police in France can charge a foreign national or hold the person for several days in custody before being let off. Reports say 197 Communication, the parent company of digital payment operator Paytm, has sacked over 100 employees and replaced them with artificial intelligence systems. Reports quoting the company said the move was aimed at cutting costs and improving efficiency. It said artificial intelligence will help the company cut costs by 10% and deliver better. The company said it was pushing its 10,000-strong engineering teams to use Microsoft and Google AI tools. In 2021, Paytm fired up to 700 employees for non-performance, and this year it announced plans to change its loan operations. Reports said the firm plans to hire more than 15,000 contract salespeople to get more merchants on its network to push up profits. Ukraine celebrated Christmas on Monday in line with the Western calendar, a sign of further defiance of Russia's invasion of the country. Until now, Ukraine observed Christmas on 7th of January as in the Julian calendar, which is also followed in Russia. In a Christmas message, President Volodymyr Zelensky said all Ukrainians were now together. Zelensky changed the law in July, saying it allowed Ukrainians to move away from the Russian practice of celebrating Christmas in January. Ukrainians prayed and lit candles across the country on Sunday. The Orthodox Church of Ukraine, a newly created independent church in 2019, broke off from the Russia-affiliated Orthodox Church in the wake of the conflict between the two nations. The health ministry in Gaza has said an Israeli airstrike killed at least 70 people in the Al-Maghazi refugee camp in the enclave. A spokesman said the death toll was likely to surge as many civilians live in the area. The health ministry also said 3 houses were hit in the attack late on Sunday. It also said a densely populated residential block was destroyed. Israel has said it was looking into reports of the strike. Israeli and Arab media said Egypt has put forward a new proposal for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Many of the injured people were rushed from the camp to the nearby Al-Aqsa hospital. Television footage showed some children with faces covered in blood and body bags piled outside. Thank you for watching. Wishing you a happy Christmas once again.